Hey, Pennsylvania real estate agents, this episode's for you. We're going to talk about how to get your contract game skilled up through the resources available through PAR, and I'm going to give you the bonus buyer maintenance call and what to talk about on a weekly basis with your active clients next. So if you get some value out of this, you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call about how to get your business ready, maybe your current organization's not doing that for you, you can do that with the link in the comments. PAR, the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors, has done a very nice job with getting their forms out in advance. They have multiple webinars set up. There was one in July, there's two in August, and you're going to be ready if you're reading all these things. Now, the challenge is a lot of agents are just waking up to what's going on with forms and laws and how things are going to be communicated now. The best thing you can do for your business is download the 32-page PAR Standard Forms Update with the guidance on how to use the forms. This is very thorough. We're going to put a link up here. You got to go to the PAR website. You can get it in the email, and you can also click on it in the link in the comments as well, so you know what you're looking at. We'll make sure to make the link available to anybody here. You've got to be a member of PAR to access it, so make sure your dues are paid. And there's 6 key forms that will be explained in their own section here. And it's going to be the forms you can imagine. The listing contract, right? They have a whole guideline here, and I'm going to have Nick kind of scroll through this on the video so you can see it, about what everything means in the listing contract. Then there's the exclusive buyer agent contract form, another step-by-step guide about exactly what to do. There's a non-exclusive buyer agency contract, which is something that maybe people are thinking about using. You've got the agreement of sale, obviously. You've got the cooperating broker compensation agreement, the CBC form. And lastly, you've got the NPC, the notice of policy changes. So these 6 forms, if you go to the website, there's a red section that shows you all the new things, blue section of things that were added, and black, which is as it was before. I'd be reading through all these documents. I would be understanding exactly how to use the forms, and I'd be attending the webinar. Yes, this is maybe a little dry, maybe not exciting. Here's what I know. You've got to know everything about these forms. You've got to know the documents forwards and backwards in order to be able to do business in the current climate. And if you don't, and you get questions and you can't answer them, that's when you get yourself in trouble. The worst time to be figuring this stuff out is when you're actually filling out the documents with a client, trying to understand it on the fly. So take advantage of the webinars. There's recordings available on the PAR website. Read through the guidelines on the forms and the forms themselves, and then ask a lot of questions. Because here's the challenge, right? Some agents don't even know what the current agreement of sale says. So if you're not well versed in the forms, you're not going to be well versed in business. And working with a buyer right now is no different than winning a listing. You've got to meet them. You've got to get them to sign a contract. They've got to buy into your process. And if I was you, I'd be implementing something new, which is the weekly buyer update call. Little different, but not that much different than the listing call, where you walk through, here's what's happened, here's the market activity, here's what I'm doing, here's some opportunities we looked at on the market that we kind of passed on at first, but now they've been sitting out there. That weekly buyer update call, just like we've talked about on this show that we do for listings, that weekly communication, that's going to go a long way for you. So I'd be going over 3 things in particular. Anything you've done to help them, any homes you've toured, any market activity, and any opportunities you're seeing, because a lot of agents don't do a great job communicating what they're doing to produce inventory. So it's not just what you showed them, but it's, hey, I knocked 15 doors in that neighborhood that you like, and they were the 15 homes we identified. I called into the neighborhood over off Banana Street and prospected sellers there. So not only do you want to know all the forms, but you want to get your communication cadence down as August 17th comes. So implement that weekly update call and make sure you've got the forms down so that you are the knowledge broker and are advising people at a high level, just like an expert listing agent.